Tami likes Idaho. I'm Mel, son of a carpenter. Mary, dad carpenter, worked on skyscrapers. Mom, Marianne, I am the son of a carpenter. Mary, I get to tell parables. And this is my Tami parable series about Tami, the no-arm Chinese fella. How to get it to be missing both arms. Being blindly obedient, they love that in the Orient. They love blind obedience. I saw some blind obedience today with the what I call the Indian phone. They're disrespecting a nice lady nurse I know, and also disrespecting me and earning a whole lot of our fun fictional stuff. I've had trouble with the doctor down the street since I started using her. She she's the one that referred me to a whole lot of Adventist cult doctors, one of whom who struck me instead of doing his job of medicine. And she, the doctor herself, Dr. Misa, does not like me sleeping or me being out of pain. And the Indian phone system called up with the nurse, who, the one I saw in person, said I could transfer to her doctor, and the one that can actually come see me, and I don't have to waste my past worker that could be, doing my laundry, washing the kitchen for me. That's nice stuff. And past month, the Chinese asshole streets have been going over the top to have her not do that. So the nice Indian lady on the phone referenced that it would be billing Medicare and something of that nature, that I can't have that nice doctor actually prescribe me something that helps. He's just not doing a complete job of letting me sleep. So I told in a nice text, it's at the end of the day, so I might see her tomorrow. And regardless of that, I think I'm probably just going to cancel. I'm not going to do that. Insulin, no insulin. Sugar of 530, sugar of 94, I feel the same thing. It's all in that nature to get me to not design beautiful imagery. The pathetic yellow excrement people of the streets are fun fiction. Hate for me to design beautiful imagery, especially the ones about 93 checks. Your phone not working, try to call me, 424-229-4140. Make a video of that. Has nothing to do with anything going on this side with, as I colorfully refer to them, with Chinese assholes throwing kitchen sinks at the one and only because they hate that stuff. It has to do with your phone. I've been asking for a 9/11 Flight 93 check for a decade now, and I have yet to get one. That's a lot of mass censorship conducted without fear of being covered by the even news. We the people must be the even news. We can fire them. They're not doing their job. Tell them everything's fake news compared to your family's lifeline not working and not knowing when else it won't be allowed to work. 424-229-4140. Make that video right now. America's Hijacked Lifelines. Post it. I make a video of this call log every once in a while, and no, not one 93 chick in a decade of asking a 9/11 Flight 93 chick is you calling me. Knowing that your phone works all the time. You can't reach me because of political, religious, business censorship. You don't know when else that phone won't be allowed to work, but I think you can understand. If political, religious, business, any kind of personal censorship stops your phone from working, when you need the firemen, police, paramedics, it's going to be just as newsworthy as me asking for 9/11 Flight 93 checks for a decade now and not getting one. Dr. Misa down the street can reach me by phone. She doesn't want me to sleep, but she doesn't want me to be out of pain. Oh, the methods of assholes everywhere. I'm in pain, you're sleepless, you're not doing as much work as you can, you're not enjoying life as much as you can. So with Dr. Misa being so often on the wrong side of things, I think it's wise for me to, she had a gastroenterologist with a 7-Up diet. Once again wanting me to be up all night. Some bizarre, stupid Adventist cult thing. They're angry vegetarians. So they're violent for one. One of those doctors hit me. A very sore leg. And didn't do his job of relieving pain. He was supposed to be, from what the heart doctors he prescribed me to said was a bone infection. He was sending me to that thing to get something done about that. It makes sense. I was in the hospital, 80 pounds lighter with those genetic ones right there. Same as the eyes. I'm going to show you them in a little bit. But after being referred by the heart doctor, who then also promptly stopped, said he wanted to prescribe me something for the heart, and I never did. I mean, I called back again and again and again and again to his elderly nurse there, and she would not return calls. She would not do that. Tell me what it was he wanted to prescribe, and yes, sent me over to the attacking doctor under the guise of getting some medicine for, who knows, maybe whatever caused this. I don't know. But yeah, I've had it with the Adventist cult, and supposedly Dr. Misa is not a part of the Adventist cult, but it doesn't surprise me since he's sending a whole lot of Adventist cult doctors my way. It wouldn't surprise me if he was. Now back to Tommy. Tommy, lost both arms, being blindly obedient. His boss, Wu, gave him a test of management, told him to stick his right arm into a wood chipper. Pardon the saints imagery with such gory stuff. I'm separating last month, which I just got in the mail. Tommy slowly fed that right arm into the wood chipper. Lefty, the left arm, saw what was going on with righty, the right arm, and jumped off. Wise thing to do, whether you're an arm or anything that can resemble an arm. The son of a carpenter and Mary. Dad, a carpenter, worked on skyscrapers. Mom, Mary Ann. Son of a carpenter, Mary. My parables are often wrapped in symbolism. Meaning, you see something bad happening to somebody, where you work, where you live, wherever. Don't let it happen to you. Jump off. Lefty's got a nice hand modeling career going on. He likes to go to Vegas. He's very good at the one-armed bandit. Tommy, even being stupid, the Chinese streets are backwards. He got a promotion. He's bossing a whole lot of folks around, and he's also got a Tommy mobile to get back and forth to work because driving hurts his teeth, even though he's got a brand new car with nice power steering and automatic windows. He doesn't have to make himself dizzy. No arms. Doesn't have to make himself dizzy rolling the windows down. But yeah, weaving in and out of LA traffic with Spectrum outside getting on his nerves is oh, I'm looking for my Spectrum 5. Since they're piping up in the middle of the parable, it must be good, even though I see it as kind of a little bit of a ranty one. Tommy, oh, there it is. You got a lifeline that is Spectrum's phone You check it right now, 424-229-4140, and you ask their employees as they come to work on your internet, your cable, your phone. How do you know Spectrum is a Great Wall of Evil, Chinese evil? How do you know it? Because it's got voice for phone. I'm looking at the back, the sides of their vans. One of them's parked out front for some free advertising from yours truly. And it says voice instead of phone. That's how you know Spectrum is a Chinese company. That's how you know if you're, why your business is not doing well if you're a very good cable company or internet company across America, but you can't get ahead because Spectrum seems to get the business. Yeah, when they try to call you to get some cable or internet, they get a boring thing, like what you get when you try to call me. Phone ringing, error message, busy signal, whatever boring thing you get. Not going to be boring if you need firemen, police, paramedics. It is money out of your pocket all the time. If you're someone other than Chinese lapdogs, like Spectrum or Microsoft, it's money in your pocket. Censorship's often boring. You get that phone ringing, error message, busy signal. Eventually you give up, you go call Spectrum. Give them some money for not doing as well a job as that other company. Make that video, post that video, doesn't matter who's a big name in your business, at retail, whatever business, any kind of business you're in. Even if you don't cold call as part of your business, I bet you use the phone. You can't reach me right now to tell me you like to have some imagery design that will drive folks into your business. I can't do that. You can't reach me by phone. I can't do that. You can't reach me by internet. I can't do that. Make that video of America's Hijacked Lifelines. The most important thing is our lifelines being hijacked. 424-229-4140. And remember the Mormons as well, when they knock on your door, look for the red phone on Melton's Call Log playlist on youtube.com/DNFD series. To see missionaries there, they can reach me by phone. She taught me about my real job, true faith, unlike what Mormons, Latter-day Sinners are about. Building Jesus' immaculate house is my job. Ask him, how do you reach this man? You taught him about his Gates Livewood and Hijack Lifeline, and what was your part other than having that Rich Romney guy, who rich off of a lot of little ladies, life savings? What's your part other than having Romney in that staged like a third world election kind of thing, where they placed a cowardly Hussein in our White House right after we got attacked by a whole lot of cowardly Husseins, then reached out to the Muslims who harbor terrorists in their countries, and then backed off of being Muslim altogether with the name Hussein. They don't name them Hussein unless they're Muslim. Yeah, he got a lot of backlash from the American people, backed off of being what his name is. Make that video. Not one. We don't go by names or the fact that he grew up in Africa to be closer to his dad. Yeah, no comments about that Osama rumor. Osama bin Laden is Barack Hussein Obama's dad. Put the two side by side. Check out the eyes. And please don't be a hater. They're mixing it up all over the place, guys. You can't have politically correct, can't have it both ways. Try to call me, tell me what you think of the Osama rumor, and yeah, see Osama bin Laden's son. Hijacking your call. Post, we the people must be the reporter. Has nothing to do with anything I say over here. Consider it, on this side of the video, consider it to be attention getting till you talk to me in person. Pick up your phone on that side and you can make a video of those hijacking your call to me, 424-229-4140. You don't know when else they're going to be hijacking your call, and they're worried enough about it to all their phone records covered up. Make a video of that. You got the timestamp on your phone, you got the number down. Whoever's in the room there with you, make the video of their hijack lifeline, family's hijack lifeline. Turn around, let them make the video of yours. Come see me in person. Have Will Travis show me the perfect place to build Jesus' Immaculate House. Someplace with actual, real doctors, perhaps. But back to my Tommy. I got to put that one in 15 minutes. Tommy has the Tommy mobile. You've seen them. They stand up, 2 wheels. Usually they're turning the wheels like that, but Tommy doesn't have that, so they rigged him up some headgear to, turn the wheels. Only problem is yesterday when he got home, he forgot to plug it back in. So the battery's gone, so he goes back to his trusty unicycle. If you remember, my first parable was about Tommy and his trusty unicycle. That's how he missed the Mormon missionaries. He fell off of the top of that hill. He just wore himself out getting to the top of the hill, fell down, broke his unicycle. That unicycle don't work no more. And he met the Mormon missionaries. Oh, check out my older parables for that. It's already 16 minutes. Let me tell you, Tommy's still very good. He jumps up at being, balanced and riding a unicycle. He pedals his way down a hill in a hurry because he's late. And there's a moving van. There's a moving van with a couple of ramps up in the back. They've just finished unloading. Unloading a house full. Somebody moved out here from Idaho. Tommy rolls up that ramp all the way in, knocks his head on the front cab portion of the moving van, knocks himself out. The workers come out. They load up the. Don't see him in there. They load up the ramps. They close up, and they're on their way to Idaho, back where they came from. Long story short, Tommy wakes up about halfway back to Idaho. And yeah, he's got that phone. When someone calls, he has to ask someone to help him. He has to look around because he asked the wrong person. They run off with his phone. But he's alone in there in the dark, so he gets out his pen light and he shines it on the flashlight, and then he hits Rhea, the speed dial, calls her up, and he says, "I don't know where I'm at." He's halfway to Idaho. "I don't know where I'm at, Rhea." And she said, "Look around." And he says, "It's dark." And she hears and says, I think you're on the road, Tommy. Are you in some kind of a vehicle?" And Tommy says, I remember. I was rolling down the hill and this big moving van was up in front of me. That's what I'm in. He knocked himself out. So, Tommy's going to have to wait. He gets out in Idaho, and he likes it in Idaho because, as he will tell Rhea later, lots of cats. We need to move to Idaho. And Rhea says, "Well, I got my job here, Tommy, and you think Wood's going to let you move to Idaho?" And Tommy says, "No." So, yeah, he's in trouble with Woo already because he didn't show up for work. And that's the next day. He can't show up for work the next day or the day after. He's trying to get back. He finds a farmer up there in Idaho to, get him a bus ticket back. So that's my Tommy. Let me show you my eyes after I do my sugar check. And yeah, I may just stop this. I don't know. I've had it with the damn doctors. Had it with Dr. Mesa for sure. Disrespectful. Exact opposite of her calling. Her what she took an oath to do, right? Hippocratic oath. Ask Dr. Musa, ask her staff. What do you know about me not reaching John Milton Brady? You can reach him by phone. 424-229-4140. When else will my phone not be allowed to work because of what you're doing the exact opposite of what you should be doing as a doctor? And you try to call me in front of Dr. Musa and her staff and all of the Adventist cult folks up there on the other side of those two highways. Because they've shown me nothing but disrespect, and it depends upon your lifeline, guys. They're a part of that. Try to call me in front of Adventist cult doctor. Say, how do you reach this man by phone? Oh, they might not put the cult part on there. How do you reach this man by phone? When else will my phone not be allowed to work? Because I tell you often, a lot of good folks can reach him by phone. I had a nice interview. He didn't bring up the Flight 93 checks. Charlie, he said the last name, but I didn't get it. I don't remember. Radio show up there in, not Idaho, in New York. College there. He didn't say the college. But I had a nice interview about what I think about my art and what drives me to do my art, I guess, or how I do my art. Thought I named flowers. No, I do not name flowers. I told him I do lately put the female name, a girl's name, on the flower or skyline. And I tell him, once again, you can almost use that as a barometer for better parts of this video, my videos. But always remember, that is to remind you to check and post and 5 in front of the Mormons when they knock on your door, preying on your neighbors, casing your neighborhoods across America. Well, that's not that. And also when Spectrum comes to install that phone that doesn't work when you try to call me. Make a video of that, get their response. What do you know about John Milton Brady and his phone? My phone with you not working. You're right next door to him. You'd think it would work. You're taunting him about his gay slivers of the building, Jesus' Immaculate House. What is your very active part, Mormons and Latter-day Sinners? Oh, Mormons are Latter-day Sinners. Mormons and Spectrum. What's your part in this? When else will my phone not be allowed to work? Get their character on video. Then you have the guy, thought I named flowers. No, I guess I could have talked about Daffodilly, but oh, Daffodilly, I will get your best side. But no, I talked about, I put the name, and wherever you see my name, guys, in my imagery, you saw a whole bunch of over there. See my contact, think your contact, everything I've designed this year, and that was last month over there, is on GIMP. Meaning you like an image, I can put your name right there. Lydia. Mallory. I can put your name right there. You gotta come see me in person. As much or as little info, many different versions of your contact image. It's up to you. Bring your favorite flowers, but you gotta see me in person because of folks selling their souls as companies, as frauds of faith with the Mormons, selling their souls to be a part of your family's lifeline not working all the time. Ask them about that. Get them on video. This is the eye from 2013, March of 2013. It printed a little darker, I think, but that's what the eyes looked like most of my life. This is about a year later before I ended up in the hospital. Smaller brown circle slowly disappearing. Doing a little genetic carpentry as the son of a carpenter Mary. The cool son of a carpenter Mary. This part here you're going to see is whitish at times. Lately it's been brown around here, then whitish out here. And this is missing altogether. Yeah, medical research being passed by. You don't just grow a new pair of eyes. If you're a good doctor across America, yeah, get them on a video. You got the professional leg in. What do you know about this man asking for a 93 check? What do you know about the characters of your Adventist cult doctors? You don't have to say Adventist cult. You can just say Adventist. What do you know about the character of those folks he has seen from you that has made such an impression on him? As we, speaking for you, as good doctors would like, to know what's going on with those eyes, what research can be done, what breakthroughs. You think that, I said that, didn't I? Doctors of blind folks would be interested in eyes growing anew. Me doing a little genetic carpentry right in front of everybody. Getting it on video. It looks a little lighter, that brown around the center, and if you check this out from morning to night sometimes, and day to day, it does a lot of changing. If you know what's going on with that, come see me in person. It's up to 26 minutes. And tell me. And remember, you hear that siren, you check and post on 424-229-4140, especially when that siren is around when you see those Mormons or those Spectrum folks or those Adventist folks. And you hear that siren, let it be a reminder to ask them, what do you know about this? When else in my family's life might not be allowed to work because of what you apparently are actively taking part in? Now, a lot of folks that I say, like let's say USC, Tech Medical, are in these fives. Look for the ones, these are the best, the military motto ones. Oh, that's not even that. But I do have some that are in front of, and I don't say there are probably one or two Mormons that are good. I know there aren't. I've witnessed their character for decades now. The attitude of folks much older than them in that fraud of a faith thing, even though they've just been around a couple hundred so years, ask them, what do you know about this? When else will my phone not be allowed to work? What's your part in that? Get their reaction and you post. And come see me in person. My job's true faith. Tell me what you think of building Jesus as a Immaculate House. You can call it an Opportunity House if you want. But, let me get that one in. Tami, he tells Rhea the cats that out there in Idaho are huge. And he describes it to her and she says, no, that's a cow. Remember, I took you to the burger place and you didn't like it. Back to my ending. It's an opportunity, has opportunity for a whole lot of good folks worldwide to build a better world, but I call it Jesus' Immaculate House because, there will be a test at the end. I hear it's pass, fail, and purgatory.